told her to text me when she got on the train. I told her to text me when she got home. It's the waiting for a reply that sends the mind spiralling. Suddenly, all you can think about are those news stories. She was coming home from a night out. She was waiting for a bus. She was only 17. I wonder what she's thinking. I wonder why I'm not there with her. I wonder why I'm sat at home waiting. As if I'm waiting for something to happen. I wonder why I can't help but think that I need to protect her. I hate feeling like I need to protect her. I hate the notion of a man coming to her rescue as if she can't protect herself. So I guess I'll just stay here then, waiting. She'll text me back. She always does. Why wouldn't she? Perhaps her phone's on silent, or the battery's died. She always carries a portable charger. It takes time to write back, doesn't it? She's not typing. It's hard to text on a moving bus. She might be thinking what to say first. I can wait. Maybe I'll microwave some leftover pizza or stick on some 2000s rom-com. I might stargaze out the window, hoping that she's doing the same. Something to unite us. As if just thinking of her will ensure her safety. As if the stars could disappear completely when night turns to day. 7 hours till sunrise. I read a book once. I watched videos. I noted down articles to read at a more convenient time. There was no rush. Slowly, I educated myself and became an expert in their suffering. And just like that, I'm a feminist. What does it mean to be a feminist? How to be a feminist? As a man? As the cause? As the reason for my current anxieties? Can you win a fight against your own side? How? How do you win a fight against your own side? How do you separate from your own side and fight for something you'll never know what it's like? It's hard to empathise. Empathy or pity? They don't want pity. They want change. I want change. How do I change? Is change me sending a text to see if she's okay? Is change me crossing to the other side of the road just to not cause alarm? Or is change more than something individual? They say change starts within. First, it's thoughts. Next, it's confusion. Then it's realization. Then action, then habit, then compulsion, then normal. Crossing the road. Normal. Keys in hand. Normal. Middle of road. Normal. Drink in hand. Normal. Why does change create normal? When will change create change? They say change starts within. Change within is change without influence. Power. It's all about power. The power to do, the power to say, the power of conscience. Right versus wrong. I know what's right. I know what's wrong. I know I have power. I have the power to get up, go out and do what I know is right. So why does this power render me powerless? Suddenly, doing what's wrong doesn't seem so wrong at all. What are the chances? It's more likely to happen by someone familiar than a stranger. Strange. How I'm complacent rather than complicit. Stranger, how I'll take the risk out of ease. Strangest, how I act helpless when there is so much more I could do. But there's nothing strange about it. This is normal. I might not laugh at your so-called jokes, but I won't correct your wrongs. I might not agree with your traditional stereotypes, but I won't tell you to stop. Silence. It seems easy. Passive versus active. If I sit here and wait, I'll sit here and wait. She sits there and waits, waiting until she gets home safe, or until something wrong happens. A life of waiting, hoping for the best, fearing for the worst. What life is that? Strange. How I can be so wise in the knowledge of their suffering, yet so calm, so idle, so still. Still, I wait. We waited for the bus, our breaths visible in the autumn air. We chatted, we laughed. We hadn't drunk much, just a couple of glasses, that's all. We shared photos we had taken throughout the night, whilst we waited. The night was alive, cars racing by, the odd lone cyclist, friends walking the street, together, under the lights. The moon shone bright. There were no stars. It's easy to notice these things when waiting. Helps pass the time. The arrival of the bus impending. The parting of ways approaching. Inevitable. They say some things are written in the stars. But what if there are no stars? Does fate exist? What even is destiny? Is she destined for a life of pain and fear? Am I destined to sit here and let it happen? How inevitable is destiny? Can destiny change? Can destiny be changed? This isn't some love story. Not between two people. Not with myself. A love story has a destination. From A to B. This story has no end. In fact, it doesn't even have a beginning. Where does it all begin? How does it all begin? Where does it all end? How does it all end? Does it end? When she texts me back, it ends. For today. Tomorrow, it begins again. 7 hours till sunrise. For my 5th birthday, I had a party. The theme? Pirates and fairies. Hook and Tinkerbell coexisting. It's all fun and games. Until Hook tries to poison Peter. But the medicine was already poisoned. And you and I, we drank it. Drink it. We handed that poison chalice from day one. And we ingest its contents without even thinking to question if it's been poisoned. Why would we? Only when we do stop to question, is it too late? Or is it? All I want is to flush out this toxicity. Every day I try to better myself, to heal. Perhaps if the chalice wasn't poisoned before the idea of our existence was even conceived, the symptoms wouldn't be so painful. For you. For me. For her. For them. Side effects may include loss. The loss of self. The loss of her. To poison the next man's chalice, we poison the reservoir. It's easier. A poisoned fairy at the hands of a pirate. Another one. At least if we believe in fairies, the damage will be reversed. This is no fairy tale. No once upon a time. This is the present. Merely believing in something won't change the past. Turning beliefs into actions is what will change the future. But there's no need to get on the leave. She's about to text me back. The clouds have barely moved. Still no stars. Not even the second one to the right. Straight on till morning. At least I only have 7 hours. Goodbyes are always hard. I've always wanted to be the last one to leave the party. I've always wanted the night to go on forever. I dread that fateful moment when we look into each other's eyes, smile, embrace, then let each other go. As if the night that came before meant nothing to us. I suppose it's the knowing, the hope that we'll have another night together, and another after that. Perhaps that's what made goodbyes seem so easy. But I never want to let go first. Letting go is easy. Not letting go is hard. But I can't hold on to her forever. What right do I have to act as her protector? Her guardian? I wish there was something I could do to prevent all the shit that could happen to her. To them. To all of them. I could have a word with my friends. With you. I could advocate for equality. I could post about us online. That's not going to change the behaviour of the man on the bus. On the train. In the street. At the party. At work. At home. Text me when you get home. I held onto her wrist, just as she was about to turn away. Eye contact. Smile fades. Reality dawns. The sound of the engine wakes us up. She turns. Steps on. Pays. Walks down. Sits. Stares. Eye contact. Smile appears. A brief return to fairy tale. Through a tinted window. The image of her grows dim. Waiting. Waiting for the bus to drive off. In anticipation. Suspense. Like waiting for the red light to turn amber. Get ready. Go. Return to reality. Alone. See? Goodbyes aren't hard at all. It's the waiting until the next hello that's hard. Patience is a virtue. I'm not like her. We're so different. So much yet so little in common. She's wide awake. I won't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. I'll wait however long it takes. Time moves differently at the darkest hours. But there's always a light on. Somewhere. A realization. The moment it just clicks. As if the problem didn't affect you until now. But how can you fix the problem when you're a part of it? You, who wants to change, to do better. Why? For selfish reasons? For respect? For keeping your relationship alive? For her? Just for her? What about them? The ones who know? The ones who don't? Across an ocean, right next door. Those who died, those yet to be born. Why? Why do anything? I ask myself so many questions. Why? If so, how? Then what? Who? When? Now. When is now? Is now this exact second, the frozen position of every star, our orbit stuck in time? Or is now this modern era? I know what you're thinking. I know that guilt, that shame, that passing comment, that thought, that joke, that which adds a brick to the wall. Oh, and that thing you said the next day cemented it. Solid, indestructible, a division and a barrier. It grows like the plot. Arcs intertwining, stars colliding, future forming. A plot so universal, yet so individual. Her story is their story, but her story isn't my story. It feels impossible to understand and empathize with her because I'll never truly understand. No matter how much our arcs intertwine, her journey will never be the same as mine. That will forever separate us. We'll live such different lives. We'll learn such different lessons. Our connection only goes so deep. I'm not like her. She's brave. I stand on the curb. The red light's out of focus, blurred in my own haze. Am I letting it happen? The bus speeds up. My body stationary, my mind racing. But to the rest of the world, I look like a bystander, stood at the side of the road, where it's safe. If I could stop time, reverse it, I'd still be holding on to her, tighter. Though I still let go. Each time I let go, I take my position, standing to the side. The quintessential bystander. Or perhaps I'm just standing by. Waiting. Waiting for the chance to take action. Surely that's better than just watching it happen. I'm prepared. Sat here, I'm prepared. For that text. That response. Made up of thousands of ones and zeros. 2 words. 2 words which will finally ground my mind. Like a cure. But only for the symptom. Temporary. How do I target the cause? Can you prevent the effects of poison? How long before it replaces your blood, penetrates your heart, your mind? How long before you see stars? I know they're there. I know she's there. Somewhere. I know what they look like. What they appear to look like. I know it's just the brightest. So bright I can see it stood on the pavement. But I can't. I can't see anything. All I see are the four walls around me. Check for exits. Plan a way out. To be confined is painful. To confine yourself is torturous. I'm not the victim. I've made it about myself again. Blame humanity's inherent selfishness. Blame survival of the fittest. Excuses that protect you. I didn't want to get involved. It wasn't any of my business. It didn't affect me. Eyes. Eyes on. All the time. On her. On me. On you. Pressure. How to break them off. Eyes in phones. Texting. Or waiting for a text. It's funny how something's supposed to connect you to someone, disconnect you from everything else. There's me shifting the blame. Who is really to blame? Is it her fault? For what she was wearing? For how much she'd drunk? Hey, maybe it's my fault! For letting go. For standing still. For waiting. If nothing bad even happens, am I still at fault? Right versus wrong. Active versus passive. The bystander is always at fault. Or is he? Oh, I love to play the blame game. Now, let's count stars. I can hear the music she'd be listening to through her headphones. I can feel the bass. All elements coming together, drowning out the real world. An escape. We shall never truly be free. I can see the people around her. People minding their own business. People with a destination. People waiting. All they can do is wait. Sit and wait. Come to a stop. One person off, then another. Doors closing behind. Lucky them. They've reached their destination. Almost. Suppose there's a short walk to reach their goal. It's only 5 minutes away. Text me when you get home. Home seems so far. But she's walked that route too many times to count. It's like clockwork. A brief interlude before the final cadences. Before home. Before calm. Slowing to a halt. Almost silence. The engine underscores the narrative. Mars the peace. If only there was life on Mars. To dream, to hope, occupies the mind. Passing thoughts, irrelevant, meaningless. Still we dream. It gives us something to hold on to. Something to live for. Strange bodies may walk the land unbeknownst to us, but we carry on as normal. No change. Blissful ignorance! Utopia! Let the imagination run wild! Let you ignore the real shit that matters. After all, we're only human. A man has his desires. Oh, poor him. He'll do better next time. Next time, the last time. For her or for him? For you? You're not that guy on TV. You're not that lad from that article. You're not like them. You would never. You wouldn't dream of. You couldn't. You could. We're all capable. But like I said, you're not him. That's not the guy you want to be. But we're not exempt. But like I said, you are so much better than him. But you're a man. So you could be him. Don't get angry now just because the blame is on you. The blame is on you. On me. On us. Not them. At the end of the day, we are the culprits. We are accountable. Together, we are to blame. Round one of the blame game. Time to eliminate a contestant. How about you play along at home? Question 1. How the fuck did you make a start? Where do you even begin? Question 2. How the fuck do you expect them to accept you when you're part of the problem? Question 3. How the fuck does it feel to be the minority? For once, can you be an ally if you're the enemy? The £1 million question! Why don't you take the money and leave? It's easy, and you win! Or perhaps you'll forever struggle to find the answer and win nothing. But then again, we're selfish beings. However hard you fight for them, you'll fight for yourself harder. Survival of the fittest. You versus them. Who do you choose? Someone getting on the bus. Doors closing behind. Driving off into the night. This someone takes his position. Has comfort in sitting. He waits. Just like me. Waiting. We're the same, me and him. Him who would. Me who would never. Us who could. You, me, him, we're the same. We were born the same. Nothing can change that. But you can try. Or give up. Go home with a prize, life changed, a new perspective on the world. So much to think about. So many possibilities. So many coulds. 7 hours till sunrise. It was time to go home. She's already on her way. A head start. I'm yet to make a move. If I wait a little longer, perhaps she'll reach the finish line before me. Sometimes you have to twist fate. If only the stars could guide us. If only we could travel in the same orbit, forever moving, thinking, this time, the ending will be different. Only to end at the start. And the cycle repeats. Revolution. It would take something unfathomable to be knocked out of orbit. Trajectory changed. An uncharted path. One we take together. Seems almost impossible. So what's the point in trying? What's the point in sitting here, waiting, What's the point in you sitting here waiting? Waiting for this to end. Desperate maybe. Or waiting in as much anticipation, as much anxiety as me for her to text back. I hope you're pained. I hope you're sweating with guilt and worry and retrospection. I hope you feel like the target, because I won't stop shooting. Pain is change. Comfort is easy. Bullseye. I go home. How I reach my destination? That doesn't matter. The events, the occurrences, the sights, the sounds on my journey, they don't matter. You can imagine how my journey went. You can imagine how her journey went. Is going. You already know the differences. You've seen the programs. You've seen the films. You've seen real life. This is no fiction. But you already know that. We'd like to believe that we're all fantasy. Some dystopian world where she can't walk down the street without feeling watched. Without feeling noticed. Without feeling like the target. We can stop shooting, but the target is already damaged. Irreparable. Though it's not our job to repair, it's our job to prevent. Yet we keep making ammunition. Cease fire! Think of the innocent! Her, not me. The fight goes on. But I'm safe at home. Useless. Doing more damage. Waiting. As if for orders. As if I need to be told what to do. Maybe I'll never be told what to do. Maybe I'll have to take things into my own hands. Accept responsibility. Complicity. I'll tell you what to do. What not to do. But only you can make the final call. Ready, aim. Fires fuel trains. Once. The shift to fidelity, a new source of power. Eternal. Power that allows change in direction. Trajectory. The end for some, the beginning for others. The journeys which terminate so differently. A brief overlap to then diverge. Or perhaps exists parallelism. The same route, or so it seems. Same direction, yet different tracks. They may well lead to different destinations. Though I suppose it's the people who make a journey, not the route. She knows her route. She doesn't know the people. Old, young, male, female, this, that, A, B. Decisions. Where to sit. Only limited time before things start accelerating. Don't want to lose balance. To fall like a star. A sight to behold. Beauty. Only to realise it's dying. Burning descent to nothingness. Into the tunnel, the end beyond sight. Eyes averted to a book. A novel of some sorts. To pass time. To escape. Someone else's journey. A different story. One with the ending already written. Already known. To someone. This train terminates at... So there's this man, sat opposite, staring. conversation with her, or sits right next to her, or even touches her. Then there's this other man. This other man notices. This other man pretends not to notice. Because it's not involving him, and there are dangers to consider. Because your safety comes before hers. Her, the stranger. So this other man gets off, unscathed. She gets another scar. How could this other man let this happen? Why didn't this other man intervene? How can I get to this place? What's the next stop? What's the time? This other man is in the wrong. This other man is you. You can deny it. So can I. You may well have never experienced it. But I can guarantee she has. Fires will forever burn unless you remove the oxygen. Even if you add no fuel. Ending unwritten. Key in the lock. Turn. Open. Home. It's dark, but at least I can turn on the light. She still sits under the fluorescent beams of the train. I can take off my coat because it's warm inside. No need to worry. I go to the toilet, then to my room, place my phone down on the bedside table beside the clock, and I'm about to get undressed, to get ready to sleep. The usual bedtime routine. But I pause and sit. And wait. I told her to text me when she got on the train. She must be on the train by now. I told her to text me when she got home. No reply. Home seems even further away. So I'm back where I began. She's somewhere in between. A beginning is filled with hope, with optimism, until something comes to light, until something changes. A realization, a concern, a danger. To live in an idealized world, complacent with how things are, until we are forced to change. But why wait for a tragedy to take action? Why wait for someone else's pain for your own gain? To look like the good guy? The one who's not like them? The one who would never? The one who doesn't want to be in the wrong? To keep up appearances? Surface level actions? The simple repost to social media? The painless condemnation of someone else's actions in a faraway land where they all live happily ever after. The end. That's the problem with the beginning. It sets you up in hope. It sets you up to fail. But hope isn't failure. Hope is only failure when you do nothing more than merely hope. Hope without action is hopeless. Can be destined to fail. Though the ending is yet to be conceived, there's still time. She's not home yet. 7 hours till sunrise. See, the thing is, she's not alone. I'm sure there's someone just like her in the carriage next door. I know there is. And I'm sure there's someone just like him nearby. You know there is. She's not alone. The exit approaches, from crowded confines to empty freedoms. the illusion of night. She's not alone. Somewhere else, someone is walking off the train. Somewhere else, someone is walking out the station. Somewhere else, someone is walking down the street. Somewhere else, someone is waiting, even during the day. But somewhere else, someone is thinking of her, of them. Is simply thinking enough? And so the journey begins. Destination, home. Someone walking close behind, or another shouting what he thinks are compliments from the other side of the road. And when she brings it up in conversation, you just say, "Shit, I'm sorry." And that's all you can say. She moves on because it's normal for her. But you can't stop thinking about it, questioning why he would have done what he did, wondering if it would have happened if you were there with her. But then again, you wouldn't have done anything to help. You wouldn't have told him that it's wrong. You wouldn't have spoken up for her, because she has her own voice. So better to be silent than silencing, right? Silence can be peace. Silence can be pain. This is supposed to hurt. We're all alone in one way or another. Perhaps if you take a different path, you'll realise there are others just like you. She's not alone. So, let's reflect. I am sitting here, and she's walking out there. Somewhere. She's doing whatever she can to stay on course and reach her destination, whilst I don't even know where to start. By sitting here, I exacerbate the problem. By sitting here, I am the problem. By sitting here, waiting, silent, I let it happen. My silence gives consent. And yours does too. You can leave here and change because I've told you to. Or you can leave here and change because you want to. It's your journey. And you may reach your destination, but you can't stop there. So you leave here with a new sense of direction, primed to break free from all of it, ready to change the world. But nothing changes. Because you made a pledge to yourself, but stayed, sat at home. Or perhaps you did make a start, only to feel like your efforts are futile. And she doesn't need protecting. And if I change, what's to say everyone else will? So why should I even bother? Look out the window. What merely journeyed through my mind now transcends such fantasy. Stars. Shining stars. Hope. Hope is why you should bother. Hope is why you should make a start. Because she hopes. And you can too. And if you can hope, then I can hope. I'm home.